Ah, good choice. You have chosen ordered paths to graph. And if you notice, these ordered paths are from the first exit ticket. So if you are unsure of how to solve this one, maybe you can go back and be able to correct your mistakes that you have made, or better, enable your understanding. So, very simply, as always, make sure that you are able to plot the points first. So let's do that. So it's given these ordered pairs. I know there's a lot going on, so let's make sure very, very careful. So it gives a set of ordered pairs. Again, you have your x values and your y values as follows. I also made this little diagram to help remind you. Again, we move left to right first because of our x values, and then from that point we go up or down depending on our y value. As always, please, 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 please start from the origin every time. So for the first point, again, we're going to have -1. So let's try plotting this point with a beautiful face. So we go 1 step to the left and then 5 up. For the second one, we're going to go 2 steps to the... Oh, let's back up. Do we go left or right? Neither. So then we go 2 steps up. There we go. Third, we have 1 step to the right and 1 step down. And lastly, we have 2 steps to the right and 4 steps down. So now the reason, oh, there it is, 4 steps down. Make sure you're taking your time. Make sure you are plotting carefully. So the reason why I'm doing this is because you want to be able to come up with our ultimate goal. We're trying to get to an equation so that way we can find our slope, we can find our y-intercept. We want to be able to fill out the rest of that exit ticket. So if you're given these ordered pairs, you plot them on the graph, and now you can see, okay, what kind of pattern are they making? So again, just as a quick reminder, let's see if I can select, let's do, there it is. So as a quick reminder, our slope, that's our m. That's going to be our change in y over our change in x. So let's try to see, okay, as we're moving from this top point, this -1, 5, how many steps down, or how many steps in our change in y are we going? Well, we're going 3 steps down. So from that, right between the eyes, I'm going 3 steps down. And then my change in x is going to be just 1 to the right. So I should be able to, again, make that staircase like I demonstrated in the previous videos, but I wanted to go more in detail in this specific video. So again, you're just going from place to place down the staircase. And so since we're going down the staircase, we're going to be having a negative slope. But let's make sure we can plot each of these points and make a nice looking staircase. So we're going to have 3 steps down from that last place, and 1 step to the right. Then from that last point, we have 3 steps down and 1 step to the right. So again, notice how I'm starting from that original point I plotted. It's making a pattern: 3 steps down, 1 to the right, 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 so on and so forth. If you're able to remember change in y over your change in x, specifically for this case, is going to be -3, since we're going down, and +1 for our change in x, since we're going 1 to the right. -3 divided by a +1. Again, different signs means we're going to have a negative and then 3. So our slope for this graph, the slope for this line is going to be negative. And so you can see, as well as I replace this slant, or excuse me, this line, again, it goes through each of those points perfectly because, you know what, getting pretty good at this plotting stuff. And we can see very easily how we have that set up. So now, where does that graph, where does this pink line hit our y-axis? And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because that's our, oh yeah, that's right, that's our y-intercept. And again, the point of our y-intercept is called b. And so in our equation, the point is going to be 0b is where the line hits the y-axis. So again, let's see, okay, let's get our trusty highlighter out. So let's highlight that y-axis. So again, it's going to be, now there's a lot going on here, but that's why we're trying to isolate it. We're trying to get it by itself. So I have my y-axis, and I see, okay, where does it intersect? Where does it hit that line? So it's about that point right there. And so we remember, okay, hey, we have this point 0, 2. And so since our x value is 0, that point y is going to be our y-intercept, our b. And so it's going to be at the point positive 2. So now, because you have these two items, you have the graph, you have your y-intercept, you have your slope, you are able to go from the graph to the equation. So make sure you're setting up that equation carefully, and make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to slam it.